And if I told you once, I ain't gonna tell you twice. Salute all my real ones. Yeah. Listen, champ, we got rappers who don't live what they rap about. 98% of them. That's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Blah, 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 blah. Now, we gonna get straight to the video. Like button, subscribe button, notification bell, press those. Let's go.
Rappers who don't live what they rap. Nowadays, more than ever, rap fans care about authenticity in the music they listen to. In the earlier days of rap, most people assumed the music was just a fictitious exaggeration of the artist's life. But with the rise of subgenres like drill, it has come to be expected that rappers actually live out everything that they put into their music. And you would think it would be good enough if a rapper at least lived his raps. But then stopped once he got rich and famous, right? Well, a lot of fans actually get disappointed if an artist isn't actually sliding on his ops, while having $1 million record deal and having no actual need to be in the streets anymore. A perfect example of that is there's some people who actually think that Lil Durk shouldn't enact Rage Against Quando Rondo himself. Talk about a dumb move.
That would be like super stupid dumb. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all the fans out there saying, oh, because of what happened to King Von, you know what I'm saying? Like, why Lil Tim still walking around? Why Quando Rondo walking around? And it's like, bro, if you Lil Durk, like the whole world is watching you, and the whole world also includes law enforcement. Why the fuck would he try to get back when all the goddamn law enforcement is watching and waiting for him to do some dumb shit? Why would he do it? Doofus, and there be a lot of keyboard warriors behind the screens typing, saying, oh yeah, you need to slide on them or you puss, or you know what I'm saying, you ain't a Chirac Savage no more, cause you ain't out there trying to slide on them and and turn his body into the ghost, and only the Ghostbusters will be able to talk to him, and if his family want to talk to him, they gonna need Ouija boards.
But in this video, we're not discussing rappers who actually once lived the life that they rap about. We're gonna dive into rappers who actually never did anything that their music talks about. Before we start this video though, make sure you click that live what they rap about. Number 6, Tyga. The first rapper we have to bring up is Tyga. You might be thinking, does Tyga even actually act like
he throwing haymakers from the beginning? Tyga? We ain't on Tyga? I don't know, man. Like Tyga, you know, like he just, I mean, he do be having gun bars here and there, but it's like, yo, like Tyga makes cool music, like.
He's a gangster or in the streets. In recent years, he's mainly been releasing party songs like Taste and Splash, songs that have done quite well. So a lot of people might not remember the beginning of his career. When a lot of us were first introduced to him, he was portraying the image of being a member of the Bloods, and also being from Compton, a city we all know the reputation of. He got called out by a lot of people for portraying the image of a gang member from Compton, when in reality, he had rich parents who grew up in an affluent area of California, known as the Valley, which is ways away from Compton. Some people might also remember the time Tyga had beef with Lil Durk in 2014, and rapped lyrics like, quote, "Know some Hoovers that's down to ride for a homicide when it's drama time." Hoovers, for those who don't know, is a set of Crips in Los Angeles. This beef was pretty short-lived, and if we have to give Tyga props for anything, at least he has at times.
Nah, but I mean, Tyga, if y'all don't know, Tyga called up the game. The game wound up stepping off the porch and talking shit about Lil Durk. Lil Durk fired back. Lil Durk wound up going to Cali, and then they had a confrontation, and I think I talked about it in the other video. It was 1,000 goons. It was a club full of 1,000 goons ready to go to war with each other. Like, it literally was like a tense moment, and like the burners, everybody had the burners loaded, bulletproof vests was glistening off the disco lights, and people was ready to go to war. Like the Grim Reaper, you know what I'm saying, was already in front, like talking to the bouncer, but cooler heads prevailed and everybody made it out alive. But basically Tyga almost got the game into some shit versus Lil Durk.
That he doesn't really live that life, unlike some other rappers on this list. Number 5, Rick Ross. If you ever wanted to imagine what it feels like to be a drug dealer, putting on a Rick Ross album would be a great choice. Other than Pusha T, there's really no one who paints a more vivid picture of that lifestyle.
That's not true. Conway, Benny the Butcher, Stove God Cooks, You know what I'm saying? My boy Stove God cooks.
Tell it he's the second coming of El Chapo and supplies the whole state of Florida with work. But the problem with that is the rumor of him having been a correctional officer before he got famous rapping. Well, not rumors. He definitely was a correctional officer, making $25K a year in the mid-90s when he was 19. Prior to that, he attended Albany State College in Georgia for a year where he played football and studied criminal justice of all things. That makes it hard for some people to buy into the stuff he raps about.
Or maybe, just maybe, he was studying and analyzing the game from a different perspective so he could infiltrate. I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, that's a possibility.
But on the other hand, he didn't blow up with rap until he was well into his 30s. There's no telling what 20-something-year-old Rick Ross was doing. He seemingly never got into any big trouble during those years, whatever he was doing. One of the biggest proponents of these rumors was 50 Cent, who said that Ross was the fakest rapper in the game, and also claimed that Ross had staged a drive-by in which his Rolls-Royce got shot up in Florida. In this situation, I think the truth lies somewhere in the middle. Ross probably wasn't the prolific supplier of narcotics that the music suggests, but he probably did dabble in that lifestyle. I mean, he is from Miami after all. And would he really be accepted in the circles with rappers who actually did live that life? If everything he talks about was completely fabricated, I don't think so. Number 4, Soulja Boy. Hate him?
Nah, I don't know, but I mean, like, you know, it's crazy because I got Ross in my top 10. Ross is definitely one of the most underrated rappers. Like, his discography is up there, you know what I'm saying? He got classic albums. With that being said, yo, if you got bread, it doesn't matter. You could be a cornball and a sucker. Like, you'll be able to get around certain people if they are impressed by that. Other dudes will maybe be like, nah, like, you're not real enough to be in this circle right here. But if you got the bread, you know what I'm saying? Money talks, bullshit walks.
Or love him, Soulja Boy has done a good job keeping his name buzzing for quite a long time, considering he's been famous since about the mid-2000s. We always hear him doing something no other rapper has done, like releasing his own gaming console. But what he seems to make the headlines the most for is beefing with other rappers. When you think about it, Soulja has had beef with more rappers than almost anyone. He's sent shots at Chief Keef, Chris Brown, Lil Yachty, Migos, and that's just naming a few. He's usually the aggressor in these situations and acts like he's willing to resort to violence to solve any disputes they may have. And if you listen to his music, you know it's no different. I mean, the guy's nickname is literally Big Draco. Throughout his career, Soulja has claimed many gangs. Early on, he was GD. At one time, he claimed to be a member of the Compton Piru Bloods. And that begs the question, if he's claiming to be a GD and a Blood, where is he actually from? Like, where did he grow up? Mississippi, Chicago, Atlanta, and apparently Compton?
Yo, don't you ever question Big Draco on the internet, white man. Don't you question his validity.
He's claiming those gangs, he must have done something gangster, right? Well, the guy's been famous since he was in high school, and the worst he's gotten arrested
why that
for
look like
is a
Dame
death
Lillard?
threat. Soulja seems to be the case of someone who thinks that if they act gangster, that they actually are, but no matter how many times he waves a gun at the camera on Instagram, it doesn't seem like anyone actually takes him seriously. And why would you? He got famous from Kiss Me Through the Phone. Number 3, YBN Nahmir. YBN Nahmir is probably the most perfect example of an artist who never lived anything that they rap about. He's not like Rick Ross, where it's debatable whether or not his lyrics are fictitious or
Yo, how y'all feel about the fact that people are going on GTA on them servers and everybody be talking to each other? Like, if somebody's on the block, they walk up to the person on the block and they be actually talking to each other like they actually in the hood. Like, role playing is insane right now, man. It's gone beyond like insane.
After TK blew up and shortly thereafter got arrested, people were looking for a similar rapper to fill the void that TK had left, which Nahmir sorta did. Except Tay was way different because he obviously lived his lyrics. He's literally serving a prison sentence right now. And Nahmir, well, he's probably streaming on Twitch. Getting back to his roots, what he was doing before he ever made a song, playing video games. Before they disbanded, YBN was a crew that people thought had some potential with 3 members: Corday, Almighty J, and Nahmir. How did they all meet? Playing Grand Theft Auto 5. And while we know Nahmir never did anything he talks about in his music, we at least know where the inspiration came from, Rockstar Games. The only thing that adds some validity to Namir's name is the fact that he's tied in with Rap-A-Lot Records, but after Almighty J's Rap-A-Lot chain got snatched, that doesn't hit as hard anymore. Number 2, Future. Future has had one of the longest and most successful runs in rap music that I can think of. Today he's coming after Future Hendrix, and that's impressive for a guy who's been in the game for over 10 years.
I mean, the only thing I know that he faked was that he said he never really took Molly.
We all know what Future talks about in his music, and for as long as he's been rapping, no one has ever questioned his street credit. Well, except for Sauce Walka. Sauce said, quote, "You rap about stick talk, but you ain't even shot and missed and hit a brick." An obvious shot at the Atlanta rapper who has a track with the name Stick Talk. But what Future raps about more than being in the streets is his love for drugs. He raps about abusing them, mainly cough syrup, in almost every song. He became somewhat of a hero for people who had a love-hate relationship with drugs, creating legendary songs like Codeine Crazy. But as it turns out, a lot of his fans were disappointed when, in a 2019 interview, he revealed that at a time, he was completely sober, no double cups to be found. He received a lot of backlash at the time because he portrays an image that makes drug abuse seem appealing, while not letting on to the fact that he himself is sober. More recently though, his music videos have shown him seemingly pouring up lean, but there's no telling if he's sober now or just realized that he needs the syrup.
You trying to tell me that Big Future, the goal of this era's mixtape era that basically, you know what I'm saying, ushered in this new trap era for Atlanta, has been pouring up H2O in double cup styrofoam? It's just styrofoam at H2O? That's what you telling me? Nah, I can't believe it, man. No, Vlad, no. Come on, Vlad, no.
Number 1, Drake. Drake is one rapper who everyone pretty much knows what his childhood was like. He grew up in a very nice house in Toronto, sometimes
Drake,
visiting his father in Memphis. And while he wasn't writing raps, he was acting on Degrassi.
After Take Care, he did start rapping about guns and stuff. It came as a surprise to hear him say stuff like Louis bags in exchange for body bags, or my dog will do it for a Louis belt. Why is a sweet boy from Toronto rapping about exchanging luxury? Bro, yo, Drake, you gotta find this dude. He's calling you a sweet boy. A sweet boy. Like, nah, man. You like, and you speak the Jamaican patois, like, that's like a Bati boy. Like, you can't let him talk. You gonna allow somebody on the internet to talk to you like that, and you just gonna ignore him because everything on the internet matters?
Clothing items for acts of violence against his enemies. His mom Sandy should be so disappointed. And who are Drake's enemies? We all know he's had a long-running feud with Pusha T, and well, Drake did send some of his goons after Pusha. But I don't think any of them got a Louis belt, because all that happened to Push was he got doused in water, after which one of the assailants got stabbed by his bodyguard. I'm sure these individuals got reprimanded for such poor results when they got back to the OVO compound. That begs the question though, if he hasn't done anything to Pusha, a guy who publicly disrespected and embarrassed him in a way no one else has, is Drake really doing what he says in his raps? Okay, he has had a few people beat up, like Toronto rapper Mo G, who got assaulted by an OVO affiliate, and also a producer once sued Drizzy for allegedly having him attacked. Either way though, nothing has happened to Pusha. Nah, the thing about it is, and I'm not the best versed at this, but Drake got like real connections, like between the mob ties here in America and allegedly and Chubbs, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Chubbs is like very respected in the streets out in Toronto. Like, yeah, there's no way Drake would have the crib that he got in Toronto and move around the way that he does, say the shit that he says without somebody trying to test. And you don't hear people like physically trying to test him, because it's like, nah, like he really, you know what I'm saying? Like, got those kind of people around him. You're not about to just pull up on Drake. Like, this say I got infinite money. Like, nah. Now, he did take the Laws versus Pusha. Like, Pusha cleaned him up. Like, he dropped Duppy Freestyle. And it's crazy because Duppy Freestyle was cool, but Push wasn't meek, bro. Like, he wasn't meek, and he used all that tea that he had gathered, and that's why they call him Pusha T. Lipton, man. Like, it's crazy, yo. Lipton is a good brand. So I don't think anyone can take songs like Mob Ties seriously. And I mean,
I wouldn't say all of that. I wouldn't say all of that because the mob ties thing is real. Whoever made this video, you better be careful what you say, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that mob tie shit is real. And good luck to you, bro. But yeah, man, we gonna leave it there. Why be in the mirror, bro? Why be in the mirror is the funniest one. Tiger being on this list is funny too. Future, like this whole list is just funny. Straight slander. I'm here for it, man. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all thought about the video. I'm gonna leave it right there. My name is Rain. Catch you on the flip side. RCP salute. Wait for it.